rek la da ngay dugal sa loxo kooku dugal génnee fu la neex nag ci def gi yónneel borom jot ko ci saasi ñëwal ci béré baa ngi
Financial services xam nañ ne dimbalante mooy yokk koom-koom réew mi te it dàq ñàkk suñu biir ba tax nañu yombal te it gën fee gaaw la yónnee wala jot sa yóbbante xaalis ci réew mi yëpp ci bu sa benn bouton rek nga jot sa xaalis ci saasi ba tax na Moussa yaa ngi nii ci Banjul di yónnee xaalis contracteur bi ca Basse Ablaye yaa ngi nii Serekunda di yónnee school fii si doomam yi ca Banjul Aïssatou ngi nii Brikama di yónnee yaayam xaalis ca Soma Modou ngi nii Farafenni di yónnee ni yaayam xaalis ca Baara fépp fu waaye mun a ne mun ngaa yónnee wala jot sa yóbbante xaalis ndax Alliance Financial Services dañu am ñaar fukki ñaari bagaas ni si place yu baax ci réew mi yëpp doo sonn doo xëccoo ci mbég lu yomba yomb kon yóbbanteel ak Alliance ci lu yomba te gaaw.
It is a tournament that captures millions of viewers around the world. It is the most prestigious club competition in European and world football. This is the European Champions League starting September 18, 2012. Sponsors invited. It is a tournament that captures millions of viewers around the world. It is the most prestigious club competition in European and world football. This is the European Champions League starting September 18, 2012. Sponsors invited.
Grts introduces a brand new show, Buddies Night Out, a show for you and your friends to win fabulous prizes. But you win only if you answer questions we ask you correctly. To be part of the show, you should know the numbers by now. Type BUDDIES, Buddies, to your favorite network, AfriCell 2020-200, QCell 30-30-300, Chromium 60-60-600, and Gamcell or 999-0909. And we will call you back. Make sure you have 4 friends ready to participate. Talk to you soon.
He arrived on Sunday for a 2-day visit, but an all-embracing exploration of important sites around the Greater Banjul area has greatly impressed the celebrated Reverend Jesse Jackson, bringing him ever closer to the Gambia and its people. The extensive tour began at the beautiful Fajara waterfront, presently undergoing construction, aiming to turn the location into a first-rate tourism plaza containing everything from golf courses, penthouses, villas, and luxurious restaurants, amid a range of other facilities set to characterize a seafront property of over 1.65 hectares. It was a beautiful day for the Reverend, who heads a global movement famously called Operation POOS, standing for People United to Save Humanity. He smiled, shook hands, and conversed with locals at the seaside. Clearly happy to be on the smiling coast, Reverend Jackson even posed for pictures with fans and women at the Fajara Craft Market, underlining a gentle and deeply caring personality moving to connect the world. A brief stopover at the Serakunda General Hospital followed next. Here, smiling and immaculately dressed nurses happily welcomed the famous Reverend and rights activist who was taken through the medical facility by Fatim Baji, the Minister of Health. At the pediatrics and maternity ward, the iconic Reverend quickly hailed the efforts of dedicated nurses after being informed about the significant reduction of maternal deaths. Reverend Jackson prayed for the ailing children at the hospital before leaving. The National Council for Arts and Culture, housing the public museum in Banjul, was the subsequent port of call, where the Reverend was taken back in time to the country's history and richly diverse heritage by cultural officials led by Tourism and Culture Minister Fatoumaz Diop. But perhaps the most arresting spectacle for the famous Reverend was the scene of a traditional halam player exhibiting the harmonious chords of the local musical instrument. The group also toured the new and spotless headquarters of the Agency for Legal Aid in Banjul, where free legal service and counseling is being dispensed for the underprivileged. Created in 2010, the agency is one of the autonomous departments under the judiciary, emphasizing government's commitment to access justice to the larger population. For the famous Reverend Jackson, who arrived on Sunday, everyone has a stake in the battle for the cause of humanity, which is earning him worldwide recognition, opening new possibilities for justice, fairness, and peace through his global initiative called Operation Push.
Gambia is a great country and getting greater. I'm so impressed with the development of the healthcare system and the low infant mortality rate of mothers and babies. And secondly, the commitment to free healthcare and medicines and free education and the education of women. It's a big deal. Also, the building of the infrastructure of a judicial system. And that is so critical to the stability of a given country. I am also impressed with the commitment to be a part of the world stage. There's so many talented Gambians around the world. My international affairs director, Rainbow Push, James Gomez, is from the Gambia. His uncle was the mayor of Banjul at one time, James Gomez. So we have a connection to the Gambia every day.
The great diversity.
Every day. But it's just, it's a joy to be here and to watch people working on development. I hope that the growth and the stability, the aid and the trade, and the creativity will continue.
Now tell me, what's your message for Africa as you, visit the Gambia?
Well, my message really for Africa is that when there is stability, there is growth. When there's chaos and war, there is no growth. Therefore, we must choose peace as the key to growth, and war as the key to deconstruction. So that's a message. Secondly, the significance of democracy. When people have a stake in the destiny of a given country, then they work hard to make the country work. So all people must be a part of the democratic process. But the world must trade more with Africa with reciprocal, mutually beneficial trade. Africa is, the U.S., for example, has a deficit of trade with the Asian countries, the surplus with the African countries. Africa has so much to offer. This is by far the world's largest continent. It is the most abundant continent. And Africa is in the process of development and surplus development that cannot be denied, and that's real good news.
Thank you so much, Jess Jackson. Thanks. That's Reverend Jess Jackson on a visit to this Marlin Coast. He is spearheading a global movement to save lives. The Operation People United to Save Humanity is one of his organizations, which is helping human development. What subsequently followed the extensive tour of significant sites in the country was a sumptuous and well-attended banquet. Punctuated with melodious Gambian music, the dinner gave Jackson a taste of Gambian culture and tradition, with senior government officials, members of the diplomatic and consular corps, and a host of local dignitaries in attendance.